Hey guys, I'm Brandon B. Oh, my content's, it's hard to explain. I create fun visual effect videos. Essentially, I have these wild, crazy, imaginative dreams, and I bring them into reality. I'll grab clouds, turn them into cotton candy, and anything else my imagination can come up with.
All right, just to kind of give myself a little bit of an elevator pitch here, I guess. My name is Hines. I started this series during the pandemic called Are You Smarter Than a Preschooler? And it kind of somersaulted me into this lane of interviewing different types of people, and now I'm branching off into more lifestyle kind of content as well as fashion as well too. So many different things. I don't know how y'all found that picture of me from when I was 19. That was back there, but yeah, that's me.
Very cool. Younes?
Yeah, what's up? My name is Younes. First of all, sorry for my English, because sometimes they are broken, but I hope inshallah it will be fine for this talk. So I make some creative stuff on social media. Started 2014, become big in 2020, and yeah, make some photo videos, like cool edit stuff and something like this. And yeah.
Cool. I'm excited for this panel because you and Brandon do a lot of visual effects stuff. Laurent does more like human interviews, that sort of thing. So it's cool to have the different perspectives. So what are we thinking now? When you think of AI in creation, what are your angles? And I want you guys to mix it up, ask each other questions, advice, but do you guys use AI right now in anything you do?
I am not ashamed to say that I do use AI in some extent. I believe that AI is great in terms of a sidekick or an assistant as opposed to just what you rely on fully. Like, I use AI almost as a thought starter for video ideas, or in terms of I do questions. So it's if I need help asking specific questions, what are these, AI is a great tool for things of that nature, but I think if you rely on it as much of you're doing 20% of the work, AI is doing 80%, I feel like that's when the problem kind of becomes a thing. But if there's a healthy balance between you and the AI, I think that's pretty ideal.
Younes, do you use it for your edits or?
I mean, for my video edits, I don't use it, but sometimes for my photo edits, I use it, and also for my captions. Sometimes
Yes.
I need it for my video captions, and yeah.
Definitely video captions.
Yeah,
Those
captions.
are very hard, might I add.
Yeah, so right now it's like a tool. You're a futurist. You think we live in a simulation. We talked about that last night.
Don't get me started, otherwise this panel goes to a very different turn.
So maybe we're already in AI, but you do stunning visual, like Hollywood-style effects. How do you do those now, and do you see AI making your job a lot easier, streamlined? What do you see from what you make?
Easier, I don't know. Different, definitely. Honestly, I think the next 12 to 24 months is going to be pretty scary for a lot of creators. I think we're about to see a lot of rapid change, whether we like it or not. Anyone that hasn't had a chance to use any of these new video models that are coming out, Veo, incredible, Sora, stunning, ByteDance have now come out with their own video model. It's very clear to see what is currently happening. This morning's panel was awesome. We spoke about platform diversification. There was data in there, and the whole time, all I was thinking was, no matter what, we all lose that game. We never win the game against AI when it comes to platform diversification and data. What we're about to see is AI agents really coming into full fleet. Anyone that isn't up to scratch with agents, where we're currently at is we have LLMs, which is our ChatGPTs. Agents is the next stage. Agents actually go out there and do things. Partnering up with these models, Veo, Sora, we're going to see these agents in the next 6 to 12 months actually start to create their own content. And the pipeline of these AIs will look something like this. It will create a video. It will then scrape the data, looking at the performance of that video. It will then re-optimize that piece of content, post it to every single platform instantly, scrape that data again, and the cycle will continue. Now, as of today, there's something like 500,000 hours that gets uploaded to social media every day. That's going to turn to about 500 million hours once tons of these agents get rolled out. So, where do we...
So what happens? So again, everyone here, everyone in this room is a huge content creator. You have some magic, you have some personality, some creativity that have made you stand out amongst all these other people. When you have this flood of kind of commodity or cheap content, how how are people and how are you guys going to stay ahead of that and stand out when everyone can do this in their sleep and there's bots creating content instead of?
I think at the end of the day, we as people have a quality that can't be replicated. And I think that's just, relatability and passion. And I think that's one thing that really separates us from the AI. Of course, it really comes down to quality over quantity. I feel like at the end of the day, if you're just moving on autopilot with the AI, it kind of comes off in a very disingenuous way that won't really go over well with the audience. And I'm speaking from multiple perspectives as well, too, because I grew up in acting, and one reason that a big button on the strike that we just overcame with SAG was the use of AI and AI content within the different media spaces. So that was one major issue that we had to overcome as well, too. So that I'm very indifferent when it comes to the AI, so I do use it when it is beneficial, but I can see it being overused and it being a problem as well too.
Yep.
Yes.
Younes, how long does it take from start to finish for you to create one of your videos usually?
It's independent of the video. So I was talking with you also. So he make advertise for the Squid Game, and you told me like you need 8 weeks for one video. So in my case, some videos that took me like 5 days or 6 days. But if they're like easy trend or something like this, it took me 20 minutes or 1 hour. I mean, it's independent of the video. And like also, I knew some AI creators, and they do good stuff, like good work on social media, and also like on TikTok. There are some big AI influencers, but they're not looking like normal humans. Like I think there was one alien influencer on social media. They do like TikTok dances and something like this. They go really viral. But I think you can't. I mean, in the future, you can't change AI creator with the real creator, because you have to know we are humans and we make mistakes. And this is what we are like. People can touch us because we make mistakes, and we are humans. And on the AI creators, it's not the same. It's like a robot, and you're speaking with a robot and not like a human, and it's so different.
Yeah. Do you see like you think there'll be AI tools in the next couple of years that maybe what took you 10 days to create a video, maybe it can do kind of the grunt work, and then you might be able to do it in a few hours? Are you looking towards that?
I mean, of course, it can happen, and also for us creators, I think it's a good opportunity. It's independent from which side you're watching, and also for us creators, it's a good like not reputation, like good competition, So it's also a good thing, and yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not afraid about AI creators or something like this. I see them like a good competition, maybe also like good opportunities for our content, and yeah, maybe you need in 2 years, not 8 weeks for the video. Maybe you need 5 or 3 hours or something like this.
No, when it comes to the editing, I think that AI could really be beneficial. I think it's the difference between driving a stick shift and driving an automatic car. You know, it's like you don't want to have to sit there and do this the whole time when you can just easily change the gears. And I feel like if you but you're still driving the car, essentially. So it's like it's not driving it for you. No shade to people that have cars that drive themselves. But, I think it's just more so being able to use AI as a tool to make things easier, but not necessarily do everything for you. Like, I know I know songwriters that use AI for melodies, but then they write their own lyrics, So it's like, there's ways to, if you're a creative soul and a creative person, there are ways to be inspired by AI, but not be so reliant upon it to where it does the whole process, yes.
Brandon, what do you think?
I love the word competition. I think competition is great because, boy, are we about to face it.
Yeah.
And I think why I'm so excited about it, I feel like we're currently at the cusp of where Netflix was just over a decade ago. And when new challenge arise, what actually happens is it sparks opportunity. And what we're going to see is some of the biggest creators rise to the very top. And unfortunately, lots of creators who won't adapt and learn new ways will stay where they are as times move on. I'm really excited about AI. The reason I love it so much is because I think it democratizes creativity even further. When I think about how I got into creating content, it was because I had a PC at home. I could do all of these intricate editing and visual effects softwares, and I was very lucky and fortunate. Now, that doesn't exist for most people. Except now with tools like AI, suddenly these new kids learning how to create these videos, they can create these incredible things at a touch of the button. We live in a world where there are more mobile phones than toothbrushes. So we're about to allow so many more creatives to come in.
Especially in England.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Teeth joke, sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. So yeah, I think this is actually one of the most exciting times in content creation ever. I think we're about to see some of the biggest talents come up and rise to that top. And I think one thing's always been true in every medium in the world, which is the cream always rises to the top. As social platforms suddenly become bombarded with saturations of content, the best creative and the best stories will always rise to the top.
Wow. I have a question. So let's say in a year or 2 years, with AI tools, it can make your workload half the time. Like instead of taking 2 days, you can publish a video in like an hour. Would that make you guys, would you create more? Would you take a break and just like, oh, I'm on easy street? Or would you like use it to create better? Like, do you think if it can make it easier, is that going to make quality go up for what you make, or is it quantity, or both? Like, what do you guys see with this, that if you have that free time, if it takes, you know, if the plane can fly twice as fast, what are you doing with that?
I mean, first of all, you have to know how to use AI.
Of course,
it's
yeah.
very important, and I think right now we have a lot of opportunities to use AI and to make your content better. But yeah, of course, so you have to know how to use it, and it's not that easy right now. And of course, I mean, if I have the opportunity in an easy way to make my content in the half of a time than right now, and the quality at the same time or better, bro, I'm a stupid man if I don't do this. So
Yeah.
of course I will do this, and yeah, but I think as I'm saying, the most important stuff is that you know how to use the AI tools. That's the most important stuff.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that. I think if the tool were possible, 100% sign me up. But I think me being me, I can only speak for me. I'm sure you guys are the same way. But I'm such a perfectionist that even if I did rely on AI to do 100% of everything, I'm watching the video down to the microsecond, like, okay, making sure, oh, you misspelled that word. Let me just go back and like, I'm that type of person where I feel like I have to do everything with such a fine-tooth comb that it's really just, it's not like I'm editing it myself, but I'm going through and editing whatever the AI decided to edit as well too. Yeah. So I feel like it would be great to have that tool, but it wouldn't necessarily slow down the workload. It wouldn't necessarily cause any breaks. I feel like I would, wherever I am having less time to, wherever there's less time, I would probably dedicate more time in those specific areas, you know? Mm-hmm. Like wherever the AI is probably lacking, I'll probably put more time in those.
Gotcha. Smart.
But the problem is also if it's gonna be easy for us creator to make big video or something like this. So every creator will do this. So it's
well, I think we're actually starting to see the opposite happening at the same time. As AI's become bigger, people can basically do anything at this point. There almost isn't anything that you could want to create that you couldn't create. And what we've started to seeing as the spectacle value of content is going up and up and up is actually the resurgence of vlogs, the complete polar opposite. And I don't think that's by any accident. I think spectacle has become so out of touch and so high that actually vlogs have become so real and mean so much to us again because people crave that human connection.
It's kind of like as video games get more and more realistic, everyone thought like, oh, the graphics are so good, and people are going back to like pixelated, low-quality games. It's almost like that, like in the world of perfect, let's be more human, more sloppy, kind of, you know, more, I guess, more TikTok-y in some ways. We talked about this AI and creativity, but everyone here, everyone in this room you're all entrepreneurs, you're amazing business folks. How is AI going to change or maybe improve how you all make money?
I think AI can be beneficial in terms of helping you figure out things like target audience, whoever you want to touch on, because any data that you feel like you need to grab, AI 100% can grab that for you and then some. Like, I think that's probably the best way to utilize the AI tool. I'm actually in the works of bringing out my own clothing brand very soon. I'm launching in spring Shameless plug. But anyways,
You send free everyone here gets free samples.
free samples, yes. But I started to utilize AI a little bit more because my brand has more of a futuristic approach. So I used put a lot of my garments into the AI, and it kind of helped me create different types of videos. And I think AI can be a very fun tool, and it can be very utilized in numerous ways, especially in the business aspect.
Oh, very cool. How about you guys? How are you going to make more money?
So I think it would be not that easy that you write how to become a millionaire and then the next day you are a millionaire. I think it's not that easy, but of course there are some opportunities. As I said before, if you know how to use AI in a right way, you can explain to other one, you can explain to companies or something like this. I mean, I have some companies and we do this right now to other companies, like to explain how to use social media, how to reach the Generation Z and something like this. And yeah, you can do this also the same with AI to explain other people, and yeah.
No.
I think this is one of a part.
Yeah.
One of the big problems, so I run a creative agency as well as being a creator, and one of the big problems that we're running into when we work on briefs is in most of our large contracts, brands actually don't want us to use any AI. And we've become so integrated into
don't want
AI.
Because they're like, oh, why am I paying this person when they're just throwing it into the machine?
Not because of that. It's actually because of the license and who owns it. If AIs create content because they're trained on data that is owned by someone else, when the AI then spits out a video, who owns it? Is it the data it was trained on? Is it the prompt artist? Is it the brand? And it's kind of like this gray area in the middle and no one really knows.
The lawyers getting nervous.
Exactly. But one thing every creator sitting in this room is sitting on is a gold mine. We have created thousands of videos that we have data attached to of how each one of those have performed. So what we're currently doing internally is we're building our own AI engine.
Okay.
So we're building a model trained off of all of our own data so we can then create diffusion-based models that we can say we 100% own and where we can spit out other content for.
And they're optimized because you know it worked in the past, it's going to work in the future.
Exactly.
That's wild. If we're sitting here, well, we're going to do it. We're going to bring this group back in 2 years in Dubai again, and we're going to do a refresher. What are we talking about when it comes to AI, money, and creativity, like in 2 years from now? Put on your futurist hats. I'll be wearing the same suit in 2 years, but you guys.
Yeah, damn, I got this tailored for today, so I'll be doing the same.
Looking good.
Yeah, maybe in 2 years we have every creator have his own AI creator and to make money with his AI creator. I mean, why not? So other people or other companies, as I said, there are some AI creators right now on social media, and maybe it would be like a second step for us creator to have our own AI creator. Why not?
Very cool. Laurent, what do you think?
I think get
your crystal ball out and make predictions.
Oh man, if we're not all sitting here as holograms in the next 2 years, I think AI will probably be a little bit more personable.
Yep.
I think that's one thing that AI kind of lacks now is the ability to actually respond as a human with human emotions. So I feel like in the next few years, whenever AI masters that, it will be a little bit more of a useful tool, I guess you could say, because I feel like that's the one thing that it really lacks. Because, you know, AIs are essentially computers. Computers run on facts and facts alone, and they don't really, like, you know, it's all the whole facts over feelings when it comes to a computer. So I feel like that'll be one thing that they learn to master.
Wow. Brandon, you get the final word here.
I don't know, I really hope in 2 years we aren't still banging on about AI. I feel like it's all we've spoken about in the past 2 years. I think what AI does is it gives us the ability to do anything. And I think what that then means is it puts the right question in all of our heads, which is, when you can do anything, what do you actually do with it? And the answer is always just entertain and tell stories. I think AI is a tool in the toolkit, and I think we need to get back to the conversation of what are we actually creating and what are we actually doing it for?
That's a perfect spot to end. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys, for your attention. Nice.
Thank you.